harder than I thought it would be. I never thought that I would ever be making a video like this. I never thought that I'd have to sit down in front of a camera like this, feel like this, or be in this kind of situation. On the 18th of July 2020, on my 24th birthday, at roughly 9 a.m, I lost my pride and joy. So for the people that weren't completely aware of what we were doing, we were towing the wagon on a car trailer. We were pretty much 3/4 of the way to Sydney. It was just going to get the headwork done, pretty much the top end rebuilt. It was supposed to be a fun, easy day where we really started the project off and got it going. So the entire drive was fine. It was exactly how I expected it to be. We were careful. I never went above 90 Ks. It wasn't the first time I've towed a car trailer or a car trailer with weight, but it was the first time I'd towed a car with a car on it. And not only any car, my pride and joy, my dream car. So I was taking every precaution. I was checking the entire time, always looking in the mirrors, very cautious, only ever stayed in the left lane. And I attempted to do whatever I could to be as safe as possible. Before we even left, I knew there was going to be one point that would be stressful at the least, coming up to it. I'm pretty sure it's just as you pass Mittagong on the way to Sydney. I think people refer to it as the Big Dipper. It's a huge, it's a 3-lane road because you've got a slow lane, which we started off in. And once you climb to the top of this hill, it feels what could be 700-800 meters of what looks like a 45-degree decline down a hill. So I had already planned that I was going to be going slow as hell down that, because with my lack of experience, I was not going to try anything new and I was just going to take my time. Probably as we were approaching the top of the hill, we were dropping down to 80 Ks. I wasn't pushing the car much. I was just taking it easy. As we get to the top of the hill, I'm probably getting closer to 90 Ks. I look in my right-hand mirror and I can see a semi-truck coming. A big one, a huge one. And I didn't think anything of it. I'd already had a couple pass me. And I think you can all agree with me that whether you're standing on the side of the road in any car, you can feel when a semi-truck drives by you. It has a large and massive wind going with it, and it kind of moves you about a tiny bit. Now, we can't blame the truck driver, obviously. He was just driving. He could have been doing the speed limit, which is still 20 Ks faster than I'm going, but it's not his fault whatsoever. All he did was drive past. He's just doing his job. There's no way we can blame him. It's not his fault. It's no one's fault, but if anyone's, I was behind the wheel. But as he blew past me, from the time that he got past the trailer to in front of us, it was so quick that with him going past, he sucked the trailer in. And as going past, he then sucked the car in because the trailer pulled it a bit. By the time he left, the trailer was already out quite far. I started panicking. Indy, trying to keep me calm, she said it was fine and it was okay. But I glanced in the mirror and I could see almost the full wagon with the pitch of the trailer on such an angle that I had to look at her and tell her that it was not okay, and I couldn't save it. I didn't have control of the car anymore. And at that point, the wagon had dragged us from the left lane to the far right lane, back to the left lane, where the trailer then jackknifed, turned us 180 degrees, and if we can assume it at least scrubbed off a tiny bit of speed, we went into the rock retaining wall at what I can guess 70, 80 kilometers an hour. Maybe it could have been more when we had that much momentum pulling us. It was easily the most terrifying moment of my life. But in the moment, I have no idea what happened. Indy said that she was screaming, and I remember I was holding her arm, looking into her eyes, and I don't remember hearing anything. The only thing I was worried for at that second was her safety. Once we had crashed into the wall, somehow I didn't get any injuries. My neck's a bit sore, but that's nothing compared to what could have happened. Indy did bump her head. We had a lot of stuff in the car that became airborne. And then as soon as we stopped, I checked that she was okay. She said that she was okay. I checked over her and made sure again. Once she said that she was fine, that's when I jumped out of the car. And as soon as I turned around, and I saw the wagon, I literally dropped to my knees. And I couldn't believe what I was looking at. I honestly couldn't believe it. It's probably the most emotional I've ever been in my entire life. That was my dream car. I was gonna keep that car for the rest of my life, no matter what I did to it. And within seconds, it was completely ruined. Now, at first, we were very lucky. There was no one else on the road. With the amount of mass that we had, with the momentum we had, we very easily could have made it a lot worse, involving other cars and other people. We got extremely lucky ourselves. I had no idea what to do. You know of the things that can go wrong, but you never expect them to actually go wrong. The first responder was a guy that would have only been a little bit older than us. He instantly pulled over, reversed back up. Instantly he checked if we were okay. And then at that point, Indy called one of our real close friends, Tim, who we were actually on the way to meet up with. He was only a short time down the road. We were almost at the point where we had to be meeting up. So as soon as we called them, as soon as we explained the hill, they knew exactly where we were, and they came rushing. So as soon as Indy was on the phone to them, I took it off her so that I could I attempted to try to keep my cool and say that we were all right, but I was just so emotional at that state. I was just so emotional by that point that I don't even know what I said. At that point, the gentleman that had pulled over was helping calm down Indy. He got her just to sit down and talked her through it a little bit. I can't thank him enough. I don't know his name. I knew that he was, pretty sure he was driving an 80 Falcon Ute. But he helped us immensely. He called the police, he got the emergency services there, he helped us, he checked over us, he made sure we were safe. And then as soon as Tim and his partner Monique arrived there, they hugged us, they made sure we were all right, and then they just went into overdrive. They took control of everything. I had no idea what to do. They helped through every stage of it. I didn't even have to ask them. I didn't have to say anything, and they helped me more than and they helped us through the toughest moments of our life. And I don't know how I can ever repay them for that. As soon as it happened, I let a few very close friends know, just in case something got out. I wanted them to know that we were all right. I called my parents. Scott Durnell from Talk Media, he's one of my closest friends. As soon as he received my message, he instantly checked where we were on Snap Maps, and he just got in his car and he started driving to us. I was receiving phone calls left and right. The thing that helped me get through this was the compassion from everyone. I'm not someone that has really ever had too many friends, and seeing how much everyone reached out, friends and family, was incredible. It had me in tears for half the day, seeing what you guys were sending me, the messages, the comments. There was thousands of you reaching out. And it was the compassion from you guys that really got me through it. If I didn't have the friends and the family and the supporters from my followers, from people that didn't even have any idea who I was, there was no judgment, there was no hate, it was all just love. And it got me through the entire day. So once the police had arrived, they didn't believe me when I said that I was in the ute towing, because the wagon, when the trailer had jackknifed, it had dug into the ground and it had literally thrown the wagon off the trailer and spun it 180 degrees on its roof. So not only did they think, because the car was off the trailer, that there was two vehicles in the incident, there was a two-vehicle collision, they walked straight past me, they went straight to the wagon to check if there were people inside of it. When I tried to tell them, they still wouldn't listen to me, they looked in the ute. When I finally got to telling them that we were in the car and we were driving, they nearly laughed. Not at us, but with us, with how lucky we were. They genuinely believed they were turning up to be pulling dead bodies out of those cars. And they said that if the car had gone the other way, from the lane that we started in, when it swerved out, if it came back and the car decided to go that way, we were off an extreme cliff. And we surely would not have made it out with our lives. I don't know how we were so lucky. No one does. That scenario could have very easily ended with both of us losing our lives. And it was the most terrifying moment of my life. But I will not let this ruin my life. I will not let this ruin the channel. I will not let this ruin my emotional state. Indy's pulling through it strong, but we will come back from this. We will not let this get us down. As soon as we got the car back, the first thing we did was we climbed atop of that bitch, we stood on top of it, we popped a bottle of champagne, and we fucking claimed that bitch as ours. We will not let that thing ruin us. It is just a piece of metal, it is just a car. And as long as I still have Indy alive with me, that's all that matters. Now, a lot of people were asking, obviously after asking if we were okay, they were asking about pretty much damage control, what was lost, what is savable. As far as that is concerned, we were also extremely lucky in the fact that it is just the wagon shell that is gone and destroyed. Complete loss, gone. Thanks to the crumple zones and the pillars and the roof, the entire interior is fine. The engine, the driveline is fine. Luckily, my new wheels that would be arriving in a week or two, good thing we didn't have them yet because they would have been destroyed. They're still fine. The carbon fiber injector hat was sitting on the driver's seat of the wagon, along with almost every other part in the car as well. The carbon fiber hat got away with a tiny scuff. The blower was in the ute with us on the back seat. It got air and mangled the camera that I'm recording on. It also heavily scratched my MacBook Pro, but somehow didn't destroy it. But luckily, somehow, all of that survived. There is a couple paint scratches on the blower and on the manifold, but that's it. And I'm gonna leave them there as a reminder, and I'm gonna wear them with honor to show that not only we came out of it, but if we get a car together for Summer Nats, show some of the past, and so we can respect what happened. Yeah, and getting into the conversation about the car, with the running gear being fine and the engine being fine, and all of the mods that we've just bought that hadn't yet gone into the car being fine, we just need to find a new shell. So we want to keep the motivation, use this as fuel to be bigger, work harder, be better, but we cannot do that alone. Now, I hate begging for money. I hate asking for help. The last thing I want to do is take people's money for my benefit, kind of thing. We obviously have stickers to sell. We're thinking of maybe doing merch as like a memorial for the wagon or something to help fund something too. But if you would like to support any other way, I have had hundreds, if not thousands, of personal messages with people saying that they want to help financially. Now, I have no idea how to take that or respond to that. Because like I said, I've never asked for handouts, and I don't know how to respond when people try to offer it. Within a few hours, one of my best friends, Jake Myers, had set up a GoFundMe. Now, I'm not asking you to go and bleed out all your money for my cause, but the incredible amount of generous people that I've had that have messaged me and notified me, and the hundreds of people that told me I should have started my own GoFundMe instantly, it's blown my freaking mind. So even if you just want to check it out, just have a look. I will have the link in the description of the video. Now I know people will still say bad things, but I want to move on from this. I need your guys' help, and I know that together we will make something incredible. And if you guys help me, I will do anything and everything in my power to give back to you guys. So if you would like to support Picnik Media and you would like to see us tear it up at Summer Nats, the link is in the description below. Again, I thank everyone for their compassion, everyone for their kind messages. I will try and reply to as many of them, if not all of them. But within the first hour, I had over 100 requests on Instagram, on my personal and Picnik page. I got, I think, over 700 or 800 messages on Facebook. I'm slowly trying to get through them. And I thank you all so much. You really helped me get through this. Now I will get through to the footage that we filmed from the crash site, because I know that you guys would want to see that. I would want to see that too. I haven't watched over the footage yet. I don't really want to watch too much of it, so it may not be too censored. It may be pretty emotional from my part, so I apologize for that. But yeah, here's the footage from pretty much as soon as I got out of the car.
Yeah. So the maroon car was on the trailer.
Yep.
So it's only it's all pieces done.
Well, mate, we'll get it cleaned up. We'll get your details, and then we'll have to sort it out. So.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hey, how you going?
How are you? Stressed?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. You haven't hurt yourself?
Don't think so.
Probably just a bit of whiplash and stuff. Yeah.
You had your seatbelts on and all that sort of stuff.
Yep. Come to think of it, that's probably why.
Yeah, my collarbone is probably sore from there.
No one's injured, so you're okay. You know,
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Huh? It's not a good part of the road for car trailers.
Yeah, no. We're literally at the top of the road, and like a semi-trailer sucked us in, and then when it passed, it blew us out. Fuck. I literally just had to sit there and let it happen.
Where are your double hooks? Where are your double hooks?
Oh man, this hurts. This fucking kills me. Fuck. Fuck. You know, if you look at it from this side, you'd almost think it's bloody savable. Too bad it kinked the roof and the pillars. You can see it pinched the doors together here. As it crumpled the... Oh, it didn't actually. I think the doors are more fucked than the pillar itself.
This is as fast as a wagon will ever go.
Do you want to put it...
Jump in it when you put on the brake.
There you go, Scott. First time you've driven my wagon. Oh, yeah. Oh, yep. Yeah, could be worse, I guess. Hey, watch the wrap, bro. Watch the wrap. I didn't even get the chance to crash my own car. It was on a fucking trailer.
Pulls off the second time, it doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah.
And the wheels cut to the right. Looks like you drifted, bro. Alright. Turn the wheel spot.
Yeah.
Right. Looks like you're drifting, bro. Alright.
Nice. Sick. Hey, that'll probably slide in there. Pride and joy 1 second, fucking scrap metal the next. My birthday, Scott still provided the goods. Brought me a birthday cake. I mean, it makes it a little bit better. Oh well. She'll be right, on to the next thing. This is the wagon's resting place for now. She is very sore. I don't think she will ever be again. It is sad, but on to bigger and better things, hey? I mean, it was an accident. We couldn't do anything about it. We were literally passengers. Shit, hey? All right, let's go have some fun.